Welcome back to composition. All right, so this component portrays the design. This is the athlete's opportunity to show us the design of their program. So a well-constructed program, hopefully, has reason and purpose. So important, the balanced distribution of elements and follows the musical structure. We're really getting into attaching ourselves now more and more to music as we rotate through the components. This particular component, the design of the program, so important that the idea, the concept, vision, and mood is laid out for us to recognize. They have multidimensional use of space and design of movements, pattern, ice coverage. How many of you I know, we've sat on a panel and the review screen video person is blocking judge number 9, right? And we just hope that the athletes will do a great job in laying out a program where we either don't have to look at our screen to see an element because the review a videographer for the technical panel is sitting right here blocking this corner. Or, worse yet, we have to stand up and look over the barrier to stretch to see an element. So hopefully the athletes have laid out with pattern and ice coverage all of the elements in places where we can see them, and they're not all in the same corner. So we must look for that. The phrase is referring to a musical phrase, that the movements and parts are structured to match the musical phrase of the music, and of course the originality of the composition. Many of the athletes are skating to music that we've heard before, and perhaps have been performed by some very great legendary athletes, and that's okay. Some of them might be bringing music that we've never heard before. But whether the music is, as they call, a warhorse that we've heard for years and years, or something that's brought new to us, how they bring it and put their name on it and incorporate their movements to make it theirs, something unique, and their take on that piece of music is something to be recognized, appreciated, and rewarded. We certainly don't want them to copy Torval and Dean's Bolero's choreography and lay that out there. But if they choose to skate to Bolero, we hope that they bring something new and different and fresh, their own perspective, to that piece of music. And that can be very original and be rewarded. So the purpose. The arrangement with the musical phrase and structure, that it's logical. How many of you have seen something where you think, my gosh, the music has a long, sustained note, and they're doing something very quick footwork, and that's not striking you as a logical arrangement of their program. Something that sounds very, very fast, and they're in a static lift. That's happened in ice dance where the music is going, the rhythmic pattern or the music is really going very quickly, and they've chosen to do something that's very static, and it strikes you as illogical. It can disrupt the mood and emotion because it doesn't make sense to you. So one should be able to express the mood through their movements. The multidimensional use in space of design of movements, we want to see it against different planes and levels. Space is really from the immediate space around the skater to the broadest possible place. So there are times when it's appropriate to have something be very personal and inward, and again, very outward. And the phrase is a musical phrase, will start to grow. It comes to a conclusion and forms a unit. We do and will have for referee program components, PowerPoints we're working on providing for you during this seminar some excellent short clips to really show examples of this music. So hopefully, as we leave this global seminar this season, we will be able to provide for you a new and updated with some excellent examples of musical phrasing and movements of all disciplines that have attached themselves beautifully to illustrate that. And again, the originality of the composition, we've talked about that already. Their concept, their take on it. Just as a musician might take a well-known piece of music and play it one way, the next musician may make adjustments to that and play it a slightly different way. So can an athlete take a piece of music and they can interpret it in their own special way, which might be different than the next skater at the very same competition. Okay, so now we're going to look at a final thought and a video. There will be silence and then videos.
Oublier ces heures qui tuaient parfois à coups de pourquoi le cœur du bonheur ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas. Moi, je t'offrirai des perles de pluie venues de pays où il ne pleut pas. Je creuserai.
Exquisite phasing with the music and technical difficulty as well in the combination spin. It's all there.
We will be moving on to the next component.